These are instructions to my Father's Day pop-up barbecue card. I've cut the mechanism of my barbecue out of 80-pound Cricut card stock. So I have 3 identical pieces with score lines on each side. I'm just folding down on all those score lines. So this is the base mechanism piece. You want to fold on the center score line, and then you want to fold down on that center score line that gives you your tabs. There are the walls of our barbecue, and I'm just folding down on all the score lines. Our barbecue eventually will go together like this. So my silver pieces are Cricut foil craft board, and the little knobs are made out of scraps of black vinyl. You just want to glue those down pretty much the way you see them here, just being very careful that the cutouts on the black layer and the silver layer are exactly on top of one another. Alright, so I've glued all those pieces in. I also have these 2 tiny handle pieces cut out of scraps of black vinyl, and I'm going to apply them to either side of my door. I have this other silver piece. So once I've popped up my barbecue, that little black area is going to show. So I just want to adhere this just to the top of my barbecue. So now we're going to put the mechanism together. So I have my 3 little winged pieces, and then I have my pieces with the score lines on each side. I have 3 of each. So I'm inserting them one to the other like so. And I'm going to be forming a grid. So the first one goes like this. The second one, you want the folds in the same direction, and you want them just like so. I'm turning this upside down. The next wing piece has to fit into the next series of slots. And then I have my 3rd winged piece, and I'm inserting to the 3rd set of cuts like so. And you see, it all folds flat, it all pops back up. You want to make sure that your tabs are all in the same direction like so. Then I'm going to grab my barbecue piece. Now, I haven't sealed my barbecue yet, but there's 3 cuts right along those little wings, and there's 3 slots right here. So I'm just going to insert those little side pieces inside the slots, and those side pieces should be flush with the side of your barbecue like so. So I'm looking at the back of my barbecue. I'm going to open it up, and I have those 3 tabs. I want them all facing in the right direction, and just make sure that all your pieces are even at the top here, same direction. So you're just going to put glue on all 3 of those flaps, and then you're going to bring the back piece of your barbecue over, and you want to make sure everything is still even at the top here, and it's folding nice and flat. We're going to just fold over this side piece. I'm going to very, very carefully, trying very hard not to rip anything, insert those little wing pieces into the slots like I did on the other side. But this time, because we've already put some of it together, it's a little bit tight. So proceed with caution. So now that they've been inserted, I'm just making sure that everything folds down nicely like so. So you're looking at the back of your barbecue, and there's a little tiny tab here. You want to put glue on that tab, and then you want to very carefully insert your tab underneath the side of your barbecue, and then lay your barbecue flat again. Now I have those 3 tabs that are just at the front that need to be glued down. So you need to get some glue on those 3 tabs. It's easier if you just fold them down. It's hard to show, but it's very easy to do. You just fold them down and just apply glue all along just the tab. And then again, you want to fold your barbecue flat. Next, I'm going to take my card base, and I'm going to glue my layers down so that there's an even border all the way around them between the score line and the edges. My card base is brown Cricut craft board, and then I have some 80-pound green card stock. This is the direction in which I want my barbecue to fold down, because when it pops up, it's going to pop up like so. I flattened my barbecue, and I'm putting glue all along the top section, so this straight section of my mechanism piece. So I've put glue on both sides, and I'm just inserting my mechanism piece. So I want the score line to be right against the edge of my barbecue on both sides. So when you open it, the corner looks like this. Okay, so I'm positioning my barbecue flat, and I want this angle that's on my tab, I want this right against the score line. I also want to make sure that my barbecue is well within the confines of my card. I don't want it going over the perimeter because you don't want your barbecue showing through when you close the card. I'm just putting glue on the tab, so everything below the score line, and then I'm just going to close my card. I'm just applying pressure where that tab is, making sure that that glue takes. So now I'm going to open the other side of my card. So I'm looking at the back of the barbecue, and I've put glue on the other side of that tab from the score line down to the edge. Again, I'm closing my card. And so when you open your card, you have your barbecue opening up like so. I'm also going to add food to my barbecue. I have my steaks to begin with, and I have these black pieces that are going to help me adhere my steaks to my barbecue. I'm just putting a little bit of glue on the end, adhering it to the middle of one of my steaks like so. I'll do that with the other one as well. So I'm putting a little bit of glue on the bottom at the back, and then I'm just reaching for my reverse tweezers. I'm positioning my steak, and then I'm cinching my tweezers until that glue dries. And then I'm going to put glue on the back of the other one and do pretty much the same thing. Okay, so as you're closing the card, you're going to notice you have quite a bit of room here to decorate. Not a lot of room here. You don't want your decorations on this side to go over the edge. Okay, so I've just glued down my kebabs, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of my mustard and ketchup. Again, I'm using my reverse tweezers. So then I have my barbecue tools. I'm just going to adhere them to the front here. So here's my corn and my beverages. And my beverages are a little bit too close to the barbecue. They're gonna get hot. Last but not least, I have my tray of hamburgers. And I'm just going to close it and make sure everything is nicely within the confines of my card. Nothing's sticking out. Great. I'm gluing down the sand layer. This is Cricut holographic craft board. So this is my water, my pond. I'm gluing down to the sand. And then I have my shrubbery, a little bit of greenery on my pond. And then I have my little rocks. So I'm randomly going to scatter them around my pond and glue them down. Okay, so now I'm doing the cover of my card. It's very shiny. I've got a layer of gold Cricut foil craft board. And then I have a layer of red Cricut foil craft board. I did a layer of regular craft board because I want this to fit right inside like a puzzle. And then I have another layer of black that I'm going to glue on top. Then I have a layer of silver foil craft board, and then I have the inside of my red foil craft board, and the final layer on top of the red is adhesive foil. Glue that all down as you see it, and then I'm going to glue it on the top of my card.